Is it a little bit overwhelming when somebody asks you to play such a iconic figure as Bodie?
Yeah, I was overwhelmed by excitement because I'm a huge fan of the original film, and I was really fascinated by what Patrick Swayze did, and actually that's the reason why I wanted to go through the experience of playing a character like Bodie, because I was deeply fascinated by the original
Why?
Bodie. His subversion, this subversive spirit, this rebellious spirit, this conviction of his actions. I mean, this is a guy who makes his own choices, and he stands by his choices and celebrates, you know, the defense of the human spirit. And when I was 13, and when I watched the original film for the first time, I was questioning everything. I was questioning my parents. I was questioning adults. I was questioning school, you know, the institutions, the authority, and of course this film resulted very inspirational for me as a teenager. You know, breaking out of the norm, celebrating differences, and not just following other people's choices or mandates. And I think that is something very current, and I think that that's precisely what makes this movie or this story worthy to be retold and to be reimagined.
Do you feel that all the extreme sports guys that kind of represented in the film by those guys, do they have this spirit, this rebellious spirit? Do they realize that it's kind of subversive what they do, or is it just having fun?
Well, I mean, everybody calls them crazy.
They kind of are.
Well, I mean, from our point of view, I mean, actually, they feel that being in an office and in a job from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. is actually crazier than anything that they do. You know, I mean, they're very aware of the limited time that we have on this planet, and that's why they want to make the best out of it. So for them, it's more about quality than quantity. So in a very interesting way, facing death and putting their lives on the line, it's a celebration of life. So it's a very interesting contradiction that I found fascinating to explore.
Is it the same way that you approach your work as an actor?
Because
you're kind of putting yourself in danger.
Yeah, I put myself in danger, but in other type of danger, you know, emotional risks. That's what you take when you perform, and when you get deep into the psyche of a character, and when you try to really put everything you are aside to be infused by the emotions, the fears, the complexes, and the darkness and the light of other people. That's what you do when you play characters, and I think that one of the probably the bigger subject of this film is that you don't really have to go and climb the highest mountain or surf the biggest wave to live fully. I mean, you just have to commit to whatever you love and whatever you're passionate about in life. And if you don't like what you do, if you don't feel passionate enough about what you do, then collect the courage to change course and just commit to something you feel passionate about. I think that this film is about being conscious about your choices. Being conscious is about being conscious about being conscious about your choices and commit to them and live intensely. Because the reality is that life is just a moment and can go away any minute. I mean, these guys are surfing the biggest waves, but you can, you know, be eating a donut, watching television, and then you choke and you die, and it's gone. So it's about making the best out of the time that we have here.